Me on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Ed Sullivan.
Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. To coast with our favorite host, Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. We're gonna be on Ed Sullivan.
I've got a wonderful wife, 2 swell kids, a good business, and now this.
Someday we'll recall the greatest day of all.
Ed, I love you.
Ed Sullivan.
Good evening, and welcome to the Really Big Virtual Show. We are excited to bring you our spin on Ed Sullivan. Tonight, just as Ed Sullivan did on his own program, we will present to you some exciting and distinct performances. But before we begin, as many of you know, we too experienced some hard times since last March. Although our doors are closed right now, we are resilient. These times only challenge and inspire us to be more innovative. And I won't deny it's been tough. But with your support and your continued support, we will get through this. So while you're sitting there, give yourself a high five, because we are very grateful for what you've done. I would be remiss if I didn't mention our board of directors, who have been so supportive through all of this. Their willingness to take on the challenges we face as we go down this road is admirable. Thank you. I'd also like to thank our creative mind behind all of this, John Moynihan, our executive director. His unwavering dedication and commitment to the Firehouse is praiseworthy, and we are very fortunate. And finally, a shout out and a thank you to Ronna Karras for her inspired work on tonight's performance and the ongoing vintage auction. We will get through these difficult times with your help. We will open our doors, and like the phoenix, we will rise again. So sit back and enjoy tonight's show.
Thank you, Lois. And thank you all so much for joining us tonight for our really big show. That one was for you, Dad. And that will be the last Ed Sullivan impression of the night. While this event is not how we originally planned it, I am excited to be sharing this evening with you. Like so many, the Firehouse has been through a lot over the past 7 months. It would be easy to sit here and talk about all of the challenges, but I thought I would take this moment to talk about some of our successes. In the months since we've closed, we have produced virtual events, including an evening of shorts and a cabaret, and this one, with another one, the Firehouse Fright Night Festival coming up on October 28th. And we have successfully mounted drive-in musical theater experiences over at Spencer Pierce Little Farm in Newbury. 3 in the month of October alone. And we have received an outpouring of support from our community, you, for which we can't even begin to express our gratitude. All of this while facing unprecedented changes to our industry. But I stand before you tonight, well, virtually before you, resolute in our ability to weather this storm, and like the phoenix that hangs in our stairwell, rise again. We will not just reopen, we will reopen better. We will not just survive, will thrive. We will enter our 30th season with a renewed spirit and commitment to our mission. And it all starts with each of you. Your support by being here tonight is what continues to drive us forward. And we wouldn't be here tonight without some amazing folks behind the scenes. From our dedicated and hardworking board of directors, Lois Honegger, Marianne Clancy, Henry Perizzelli, Maureen Daly, Deirdre Gerard, David Gompers, Chris Johnston, Debbie Del Vecchio, David Tibbetts, Lisa Wettenkamp, and Louis Rubenfeld. To the tireless committee of volunteers who put together the Firehouse Ignites, a vintage auction, led by Ronna Karras, along with Maureen Ryan, Shauna Pianizak, Lorraine Mazza, Karen Shernan, Lois Honegger, and Sam Cummings. And of course, our sponsors for this event, who, even in uncertain times, renewed their commitment to the Firehouse Center for the Arts. Institution for Savings, the Suzanne Marcus Collins Foundation, Matt and Shauna Pianizak, and Newburyport Development. One notable person missing tonight is longtime board member Peter G. Kelly. Sadly, Pete passed away in July in what was a huge blow to the Firehouse and to the community as a whole. Pete was more than a board member. He was a friend and mentor. And I know he's excitedly looking down right now as the Firehouse continues to navigate its way through uncharted waters. He is missed terribly, but his mark on this organization and on the city of Newburyport will last forever. Now, this is where I typically sing some parodied song, or perhaps I will later in the evening. Or you can bid on the opportunity for me to have let's try that again. Or you can bid for the opportunity to have me sing a song of your choice, whether I know it or not. So far, you're gonna have to outbid Ronna Karras for that. She told me to prepare for either Debbie Boone or Aretha Franklin. Don't know much of either of them. So someone please outbid her. But for now, we have lined up an amazing group of people to perform for you. So as I say, before each night from the stage, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And also, bid on some auction items. Up next, we have David Draper and James Duryea-White. Now, David, you've been involved with the Firehouse with some of the original musicals we've done with the Actors Studio of Newburyport. What has that been like?
It's been a lot of fun to collaborate with local actors, playwrights, directors, and bring some really great stories to the stage.
Absolutely. And James, Title of Show was the last show that we performed on the Firehouse stage before COVID hit. Tell us a little bit about Title of Show and what that experience was for you.
Oh my gosh. It's possibly one of the most organic, meaningful theatrical experiences of my life. I don't think I've been a part of a show before where we got a standing O before the end of this show actually happened.
Absolutely.
It was truly special.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And reprising their roles from Title of Show tonight, David and James will be singing Part of It All from Title of Show. Take it away, David.
A part of steadying a life that seems unstable, with a paycheck in my pocket to help me pay the rent. A part of being fine with splurging on the cable, and no more phone calls to unemployment.
A part of ducking out before the show's finale to get to the opening night at Tavern on the Green. A part of my sheet music on sale in Schubert Alley, and a trendy photo shoot for a homo magazine. All our gay skills, filling playbills, will be part of it all.
A part of a pricey meal at someplace chic in Midtown,
with a view of our billboard hanging high above Times Square. A part of a house upstate to spend the weekend winding down, while our musicals are playing from Boston to Bel Air.
if we need a quick VIP ticket to Wicked, we'll get it 'cause we're popular and part of it all. 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 They'll come and day when we look back at the time we spent writing this very show. Our attempts to stay above the derivative tricks and the critical undertow. Our show, though small, will have been part of it all. Part of fans to captivate, part of the press to navigate,
Part of lunch with Bernadette, part of a coat of marmoset, part of night to stare at your super awesome Sardi's caricature, part of Aurora at MGM, part of the star in Bethlehem. But if we get to Broadway, we'll find a place in the history books of Broadway and leave behind those two nobodies no one knew when me and you become part of it all, part of it all, part of it all. Shields in your now! A part of dreading the day they post the closing notice.
A part of wanting to throw the towel in now and then.
A part of knowing that the way we'll stay afloat is to rise back up
And just start over again. We'll be part
of it all.
Thanks so much, James and David. It's like you never left the stage.
Thanks, John.
Next up, we have Ciara Carrillo Tracy. Now, Ciara, what is one of your favorite musical theater memories?
What comes to mind is a weekend I spent in California with some friends from high school. And we went for a competition with my school, with my drama department, and we got to go to Disneyland, which was really fun. And then also work with industry professionals and do all these clinics and everything. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
That sounds great.
It was really fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Tonight, Ciara is going to be singing Once Upon a Dream from Jekyll and Hyde. Take it away, Ciara.
When this all began, I knew there'd be a price. Once upon a dream, I was lost in love's embrace. There I found the perfect place. Once upon a dream, once there was a time like no other time before. Hope was still an open door. Once upon a dream, and I was unafraid. The dream was so exciting, but now I see it fade, and I am here alone. Once upon a dream, you were heaven sent to me. Was it never meant to be? Was it just a dream?
Thank you so much, Tiara. That was great.
Thank you.
And next up, we have Shay O'Keefe. Shay, what have you been up to since the last time we saw you on the Firehouse stage?
I have been doing competitive dance, but I'm back in the theater and I'm really excited to.
Awesome, we're happy to have you back here tonight. And Shay will be singing My Grand Plan from The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical.
I've always been a smart girl, always made the grade, always got the gold star. I've always been a smart girl. A smart girl only gets a girl so far. You win at every single game. You want a quest, they tell you tough. If you don't go, you'll never know if you'll ever be good enough. My grand plan is that I will be remembered. My grand plan, just you wait and see. You better wise up, 'cause I'll rise up. Bring on any challenge, and someday soon someone will notice me. I've always been a tough girl, always been the one not to run from a fight. I've always been a tough girl, 'cause most girls never win if they're polite. So me, I tend to stand my ground. I found I never can give in. It may not be my quest, but maybe it's mine to win. My grand plan is that I will be remembered. My grand plan, just you wait and see. You better wise up, 'cause I'll rise up. Bring on any challenge, and someday soon someone will notice me. And your stepmom treats you like some freak, and your dad won't give you the time of day, and your mom won't trust you with a quest. So the best thing you can do is run away. Run away. But I have a plan, and I will be remembered. I will be great. Just you wait and see. You better wise up, 'cause I'll rise up. Bring on any challenge, and someday soon I swear. I don't know how or when, but I promise you I'll never be invisible again. Someone will notice me. I've always been a smart girl.
Thank you so much, Shay.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Andy Seco. Now, Andy, why are venues like the Firehouse Center for the Arts so important for our community?
Oh, well, that's easy. It's just local production of art is so important to enrich the community. It's such an important thing.
We couldn't agree more. And Andy's going to be singing Proud of Your Boy from Aladdin. Take it away, Andy.
Proud of your boy, I'll make you proud of your boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, Ma, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer, okay, I agree. That I've been one rotten kid, some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'll get over these lousing up, messing up, screwing up times. You'll see, Ma, now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good, cross his stupid heart. Make good and finally make you proud of your boy. Tell me that I've been a louse and a loafer. You won't get a fight here, no man. Tell me I'm a goofball, a gold brick, no good, but that wouldn't be all that I am. Water flows under the bridge, let it pass, let it go. There's no good reason why you should believe me, not yet. I know, but someday and soon I'll make you proud of your boy. Though I can't make myself taller or smarter or handsome or wise, I'll do my best. What else can I do? Since I wasn't born perfect like Dad or you, I will try hard to make you proud of your boy.
Thank you so much, Andy. That was great. Wow, what a great way to start off the show. And now coming up, we're going to get right into some wonderful silent auction items. If you haven't signed up for our silent auction yet, please visit our website, www.firehouse.org, and go to the events tab and go to the Firehouse Ignites, a vintage auction, and sign up and start bidding on some of these fantastic items. We have a few items we're going to highlight tonight, starting with an antique child's desk and chair. Now, this desk is a perfect desk for a child's home classroom or for coloring for your little one. It's a unique and antique. This item is a blast from the past to propel your child into the future. We're very, very excited about this item. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And if you would like to see it in person, you can head over, you can sign up online to head over to the former Paul Ski Shop over at 107 Bridge Road in Salisbury. You can sign up for a time to see these items in person before making your final bid on it. So again, this is an antique child's desk and chair, an absolutely beautiful condition. It'd make a really great addition to your home. Up next, we have a Fifth Avenue Nutcracker. This was originally purchased as a gift, but donated to support the Firehouse. It's the perfect item for your holiday collection. As you can see, she has complete New York chic, and everything about her is just fashionable to boot. You'll never guess where she cracks her nuts. No, not there, not there. And up next, we have an antique Lenox Belly coffee set. Look at that. Now, this heirloom could sit very nicely in your own curio and to be brought out only for the most special of occasions. It's an 8-piece Art Deco set with a beautiful silver pattern over a lovely cream porcelain. It's passed down over multiple generations. This is a great piece to start your own family tradition and to pass down to your children and your children's children. Another really, really beautiful piece donated by a wonderful member of our Newburyport community. Now, you'll notice that a lot of the items this year have been lightly used. We switched things up a little bit to do things a little bit differently than we had typically done our Firehouse silent auction. The businesses downtown have been hit just as hard as we have been. So rather than going to ask them for support, we asked our community. And my goodness, we were overwhelmed by the generosity of the community. We received over 200 items valued at over $30,000. We cannot thank the community enough. For those of you watching tonight that donated, thank you. Please know how important this is for our success. And with that, let's get back to the show. This next group has a brand new album of original songs coming out next month. Tonight, they'll be doing some cover songs. Follow them on social media at the Alex Anthony Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Alex Anthony Band.
Thank you, John. Oh, look at all the lonely people
a ring bee picks up the rice in the church as a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits in the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, donning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Oh, look at all the lonely people. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church, so she's buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one will say, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Oh, look at all the lonely people. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Come grooving up slowly, run to our party, run, holy roller. He got head down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Yeah. Susan, he got told him football, he got bunky finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you know me. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. Come together right now over me. He for me.
Please welcome back Ciara Carrillo Tracy with Someday from The Wedding Singer. Take it away, Ciara.
She turns around just to meet his gaze. The lights are dim, there's a smoky haze. They share a smile and a secret wave. It's a moment veiled to save. They start to move across the floor. The room is frozen, wanting more. The happy couple on display, with nothing standing in their way. It's so romantic, I could die right here and now. It's gonna be that way for us. I know somehow, someday when it's me, I know our love was meant to be. Not one single complication or cause for hesitation. Someday when the dream is coming true, all you'll need is me, and all I'll need is you. They stop and pose for a photograph. He jokes around just to make her laugh. The room is full, but they're all alone. They have a language all their own. And I'm so jealous, I could die, and yet I know it won't be long before you say we're good to go. Someday when it's me, I know our love was meant to be. Not one single complication or cause for hesitation. Someday when the dream is coming true, all you'll need is me, and all I'll need is you. I know not every marriage lasts when things go bad. I've seen the warning signs, I call them Mom and Dad. But soon you'll take my hand and pledge your love to me. Till then I'll just get married vicariously. Someday when it's me, I know our love was meant to be. Not one single complication or cause for hesitation. Someday when the dream is coming true, all you'll need is me, and all I'll need is you.
Thank you so much, Ciara. Next up, we have Aaron Swinnick. Now, Aaron, you've been on a few shows at the Firehouse Center for the Arts, The Little Shop of Horrors, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Why do you keep coming back to work at the Firehouse?
I think I keep coming back to work at the Firehouse because of it's just such a creative place and a great place. And I think we truly create cast families when we're in shows. And I have friends that from my first show that I was in at the Firehouse, and we're still friends today. And I think that's why I just keep coming back.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Tonight, Aaron will be singing How It Ends from Big Fish. Take it away, Aaron.
I've seen this all before. When I was just a child, I met a witch who took a bow and showed me how it ended. We stood upon the shore. The air was sweet and mild, with disbelief implausibly suspended. And in my child's imagination, I remember you, though I didn't know if we were foes or friends. But now I'm standing here, I see the vision coming clear. I know exactly how this ends. It ends with you. It ends with me. It ends the way a story's ending is supposed to be. A bit insane, a touch of pain, adeptly told, yet uncontrolled. It ends with faith, it ends with love, it ends with water in the river and the sun above. Part epic tale, part fire sail, but all sincere and standing here. I know I wasn't perfect, I know my life was small, I know that I pretended that I knew it all. But when you tell my story, and I hope somebody does, remember me as something bigger than I was. It ends with sons, it ends with wives, it ends when knowing when the pavement bends, we find our lives. So let them come and let me go. Show me the waves and let them flow. It all ends well. This much I know.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Dustin Toiber. Now, Dustin, you saw Jesus Christ Superstar at the Firehouse, right?
I did.
And what was your experience with that?
Oh, I for one thing, Jesus Christ Superstar is one of my favorite musicals. I had the original album. I just played it because Ian Gillan is the man. But I had a friend, a couple of friends in it, Christian and Terry. I hope you're watching. But no, I had a wonderful experience with it, and I can't wait to come see Firehouse again when this is all over.
Absolutely. Hope you'll be in some of our shows as well.
Yes, please.
And Jesus Christ Superstar is one of my favorite shows. Another one of my favorite shows is Les Miserables, which you'll be singing from.
That's right.
Dustin will be singing Empty Chairs at Empty Tables. Take it away, Dustin.
Thank you very much. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was, they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn. And they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now. The very words that they had sung became the last communion on the lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the window, phantom shadows on the floor, empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will meet no more. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will sing no more.
Thank you, Dustin. That was great. Please welcome back Massimo Iacobucci with What It Means to Be a Friend from 13 the Musical. Again, take it away, Massimo.
A friend's not a cheap little phony creep or a jerk trying to make a deal. A friend is the person who most of all cares about what you feel. And nothing is harder than learning a friend isn't real. A friend sends notes back and forth all day and doesn't care that you can't spell. A friend knows you've got a crush on your teacher, but a friend would never tell. A friend's outside waiting the minute you both hear the bell. And if your heart is always breaking, 'cause the world is just not fair, when you're at your worst, your friend's the first one there, giving you something to lean on. And that's what it means to be a friend. A friend won't smoke when she's in your room or laugh at the poems you write. A friend won't go and start kissing your brother the minute you're out of sight. A friend is the person you call 16 times every night. And if your heart is always breaking and you want to run and hide, when your hope is gone, your friend is on your side. If someone moves in round the corner and you want to show him you care, so you give him all your last month of vacation and all of the time you can spare. And then on the first day of classes, he acts like you're not even there. Then he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He'll never know what it means to be a friend.
Thank you so much, Massimo. That sounded great.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I'm Suzanne Debuse, and this is my daughter Allegra Debuse Brandolini, and we are here to talk about why the Firehouse Center for the Arts means so much to us. I have had the pleasure of being on the stage, whether I've been acting or been part of a story slam, whether I've been directing a show, or simply in the audience watching wonderful theater. It has meant everything to me.
Yeah, I found my love of the stage at the Firehouse Center for the Arts. Whether I was dancing, singing, or acting, Firehouse has been a huge part of my life, and I want to say thank you. It's meant a lot.
So thank you, and to everybody who's watching, please support as well as you can. Thanks so much.
Stay safe.
To me, the Firehouse is sort of like this big playground where it was a space where you could play pretend, except you got all the lights and the sound and the costumes and just a feeling of the room. It was when I was most active in the Firehouse as a kid. You know, that was the biggest room in the world, and it was the biggest audience in the world, and you felt like what you were doing was important. And I think that's a great gift to give to any actor, any child.
Hi, Firehouse. I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for everything that you do for our community. I am particularly grateful for your commitment to educating the young men and young women in our community. Last year, I saw a Netflix documentary on a young woman with disordered eating, and the film was about her recovery and the role that art and her practice of yoga played in that recovery. I thought it was really important to bring her message of hope and healing and recovery to Newburyport and the surrounding communities. And you agreed. And so together we plan to have a screening of that film on your stage. And while it did not happen because of the pandemic, the real point is that you were there supporting, bringing that kind of event to this community to educate our youth, to support recovery and healing. So I want to really thank you for being there to do that. It wouldn't have happened. We couldn't have planned something like that without you.
Hi, I'm Jim Manclark, and some people seem to think that I'm an actor. And sometimes I suppose I am. I moved to the Newburyport area in February of 2002 with my family. We didn't yet have a place to live, or I didn't have a job for that matter. But within 3 days of getting here, I had a part in a show at the Firehouse Center for the Arts, playing Teddy Brewster in Arsenic and Old Lace. And in the 18 years since then, I've done dozens and dozens of shows on that stage of varying sizes and shapes, including this one, Laughter on the 23rd Floor by Neil Simon. That's me on the poster. I don't know why they felt they wanted to do that, but there he is. And I feel like the Firehouse Center is home for me.
What the Firehouse means to me is community involvement. It brings together the creative juices of so many members of this area. Just a delightful amalgamation of talent and energy. To highlight just one show that is illustrative of this notion was the 2002 production of Our Town, produced by Maureen Daly and directed by Suzanne Bryant. It brought together over 50 of Newburyport's best actors and non-actors in a true community endeavor. I just love that show. The theater itself is a star of the city, a wonderful welcoming space.
It all began with the Firehouse. When I first moved to Newburyport about 17 or 18 years ago, and I auditioned for something called New Works, and this amazing, beautiful woman by the name of Kim Wilkinson cast me in the full length, and it was a wonderful experience. It's been about 2 decades now that I've been performing.
Hi, I'm Sawyer Besson. I do acting at the Firehouse. I am so mad at COVID for 1, not letting me act and be with my friends, but 2, for not letting me see the real audience, see everyone. love the Firehouse and all the people there. So if you can contribute and help the Firehouse, that'd be awesome. They help me, they help my mom, they help everybody. They would definitely help you.
What I've gotten from the Firehouse is lasting memories, lifelong friends, and I discovered my tribe. So I'll forever be thankful for the Firehouse.
My first show at the Firehouse was A Midsummer Night's Dream when I was 10 years old with Anna Smolowitz, and since then I had been doing plays up through when I was in high school at Newburyport High School, and some of my happiest memories were made there. One of my favorite shows I did was when I was in Into the Woods and I played the baker's wife, and I just felt so loved at the Firehouse and safe there, and it was just a really happy place for me. And I'll always cherish the memories I made there. I think they really shaped me as an actress, a singer, and just a person. I made lifelong friends, and I'll never forget my experience there.
One of the first times I worked with the Firehouse, I was a munchkin in the Wizard of Oz, and I had a big old pot on my head and a big tutu skirt, and I was super little. I think I was like 7 years old, and I just love that the community can come together, all ages can come together, and I think if I didn't have the Firehouse, I wouldn't have these opportunities to act in my community.
As an actor, you go off and you take roles wherever you can find them, wherever somebody will let you perform. But I always come back to the Firehouse Center because it is an amazing place to perform. And I will say this, I will go out on a limb and say this. The best shows at the Firehouse are as good as any shows you will find anywhere. And yeah, I know what that means, anywhere. So I hope people will continue to be able to come out and see the productions that are done through the Firehouse Center for the Arts. Because everybody who works there, and we actors who travel around, love performing there and love performing for you.
I'm Penny Lazarus.
I'm Josh Fagan.
In our 20 years here in Newburyport, together along with our sons Adley and Max, we have
written and produced at the Firehouse,
acted at the Firehouse,
directed at the Firehouse,
sung and played the piano at the Firehouse,
judged competitions at the Firehouse,
read poetry at the Firehouse,
stage managed and worked stage crew at the Firehouse,
made friends at the Firehouse,
partied at the Firehouse,
applauded at the Firehouse.
The Firehouse is located at the center of Newburyport.
The Firehouse is the center of life in Newburyport.
I've had the best time at Second Act Readers Theater, thanks to Charlie Van Emmen and the wonderful friends I've made.
Since the Firehouse produced my first 2 plays at the New Works Festival many years ago, I've had well over 100 produced and published, but nothing can match those peak experiences. As the Firehouse provides a precious combination of opportunity, encouragement, and community camaraderie. It's a jewel in the crown of Newburyport.
Hi, my name is Deshaun Standard, and I'm an acting out student who has performed multiple times on the Firehouse stage. To me, the Firehouse stage means freedom, to express who you are to the audience.
So we were so lucky to have our children grow up doing theater at the Firehouse from the time they were very, very young. And for the last 15 years, we have been fortunate to have our students through Acting Out Productions perform on the Firehouse stage. And it is just such an important place for children in this community to find their voice and perform.
I remember moving to town and being an audience member at first, but then getting involved right away with local theater companies. So for almost 30 years, being involved with the Firehouse, it's such a jewel of the community.
Well, thank you.
So thanks, Firehouse. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, best of love, Sawyer.
So thank you, Firehouse Center for the Arts, and long may you enrich our community.
Thank you, Firehouse.
Thank you, Firehouse.
We couldn't imagine it any other way.
Thank you, Firehouse, for Second Act Readers Theater.
And so I just want to take this moment to thank the Firehouse Center for the Arts for giving me a home for the past 18 years. And I hope I'll always be invited back in the future.
Hi, everybody.
And thank you to those wonderful community members who sent in those videos. That's only half of them. You'll see another one in just a few minutes. We are so thankful to the wonderful community who has supported the Firehouse, and we are so thankful for the support that we've been able to give this community. And now we will get back into some fantastic auction items that we have as part of our Firehouse Ignites a vintage auction. Next up is a 4-course private chef's dinner at your home, catered by Brine. This was donated by our event sponsor, the Institution for Savings, and you and your private chef will decide on the ideal meal and wine pairing. You and 3 others will enjoy this luxurious offering, and they will come right to your house within 25 miles, set everything up, break everything down. If you would like to use their silverware and plates, they will bring those with you, or you can use your own, whatever you're most comfortable with, and they will also clean everything up for you immediately following. This is an absolutely one-of-a-kind event, so be sure to bid high and don't miss out. And thank you to both Brine and the Institution for Savings for this wonderful, wonderful auction item. Keeping up with the food theme, next up we have a $250 gift card to Loretta. If you haven't been to Loretta, you're missing out. Ted and his staff go above and beyond to make you feel like family. I know I went there with my family right before the Glenn Miller Orchestra came in December of 2018. They treated us wonderfully. They were great, and we were very excited to be able to eat dinner there with my parents and my grandmother, and they were an absolutely wonderful experience. And Loretta offers fine dining 7 days a week, including a spectacular Sunday brunch menu. If you haven't been, this is the time. You can eat indoors or outdoors at Loretta right now. So please bid and go to Loretta and have a great night with Ted and his wonderful staff. One of the newest restaurants in town is Vera Restaurante and Bar, and we are so excited that they so willingly donated a $300 gift card to their wonderful venue. They, as I said, they're one of Newburyport's newest and hottest restaurants. Vera elevates Italian food to an art form. They'll leave you wanting more, so plan your trip now. And finally, something a little bit different that goes together. It is a boat cruise and $100 gift card, two $50 gift cards for $100 worth of value to Leary's Fine Wine and Spirits. It's a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. Don't worry, you'll make it back safe. You'll enjoy the gorgeous North Shore coast with your host and captain, along with up to 3 additional guests. You'll be privy to gorgeous views and a great time. Add to that great time with those wonderful gift cards from Leary's Fine Wine and Spirits and make the event exactly as you would want it to be. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the wonderful waters of the Atlantic Ocean and Newburyport. Next up in our show, please welcome comedian Steve Sweeney.
Hey, Steve Sweeney here for the Firehouse Center in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Doesn't that sound great? The Firehouse Center. It sounds like a bunch of firemen sitting around, you know. Hey, when we get some beers? That's where I grew up, Charlestown. First 16 years of my life, I never knew people spoke from the front of their mouth. What, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Don't kid me! So, Newburyport, that's the North Shore. My mother used to say, let's go to the North Shore. No one ever goes to the North Shore. So I did last summer. I had a little vacation. I went to Gloucester, the whale watch. You go out, you blow lunch, you come back in, it's all over. Somebody said, how are the whales? I got no idea. I was puking the whole time. Then they said, go to Cranes Beach in Ipswich. So I figured there'd be cranes, construction equipment, stuff like that. There weren't. But let me tell you, there were horseflies the size of frickin' helicopters. It was like Vietnam. So I paid the $85 to park. I go in the water. I says, go in the water. It's really clean. It's clean. I came out, my feet were blue. I said, hey, the Arctic Circle is clean too. But you know, you want to make a whole week of it. Give yourself a week, a couple of weeks for the North Shore. And so I went to Lynn. Let me tell you, oh my God, it's so beautiful. There's an odor that comes off of Lynn Beach at low tide. If they could ever bottle it, believe me, it would be on Saks Fifth Avenue, all these places. And you know, if you get a place in Lynn, I don't know if you have the money for it, but these are tough times. Save up for when the COVID thing is over. Get a little place in Lynn. You wake up, the sun's coming up over the GE plant, and there's something about the lighting through those crack houses in the early morning. You can't capture it in a postcard. You got to be right there. Then, of course, Revere Beach. Oh, what a beautiful stretch of beach. The Section 8 housing has added so much. And the end of the beach, of course, is Kelly's Roast Beef. Beautiful dining spot, 5-star restaurant. It's so liberating. You have a sandwich there, just throw your papers right in the water. No one cares. It's only the environment. And the seagulls are so fat that they can't even fly. They come waddling along, and they talk with Boston accents. Where's the tartar sauce? I can't eat my rings without tartar sauce. Don't you love that Boston accent? Jesus. You know, I started in the theater, and I remember when I started, you know, when you're in the theater, you learn to project your voice. You've got to hit the back row. So then you can walk in to the welfare office and say, of course I'm eligible for food stamps. Or, you know, what do you mean you don't want to buy my blood? So when I started acting, of course, I'm Irish. So for those of you that are Irish, you know, we don't have any emotions. Even the way we dance, we repress. Keep it down, keep it down. So I started acting, and you know, you think you're good when you're young, but you suck because you got that horrible Boston accent. I remember I was doing Macbeth. Is that a dagger that I see before me? Or Romeo and Juliet. Hark! Hark! It is the nightingale, not the lark, that speaks, my love. Or Richard III. A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse! Then I fell into stand-up, of course, which, let's not even talk about that, but, you know, I've done all the great places. Yeah, here's a little tip for you guys that are starting out in stand-up and you young women. Never work in a place that's named after the guy. You know, like Vinny's Hole, Harry's money-making crap hole, because the guy's always in the corner. Why don't they come to Vinny's? What's the matter with my joint? Why don't they come here? Then, of course, the Chinese restaurants. Jesus, I've worked at every Chinese restaurant from here to Beijing. I remember I was doing a movie in New York. It's called The Money Kings. You should get it on demand. It's a great movie. Peter Falk. Remember Peter Falk? Peter Falk, Columbo. So, I was doing the movie during the week, and then on weekends I was working at the freaking Kowloon on Route 1 in Saugus. And Peter was looking at me. He just didn't get it. And at the end of the movie, he says to me, you know, I've been in this business a long time, Sweeney. And I gotta tell you, you by far are the most screwed up human being that I've ever met in my life. Thank you, Peter. At least you know who I am. So we've been trapped in our houses, or at least I have. I don't know when we're gonna be showing this, but you know, this COVID thing has started. I'm in the house, I'm watching TV, and the whole time, you know, all I did, watch TV, look out the window, walk to the bathroom, watch more TV. So I feel like I'm living with these guys. One guy I want to kill is that pillow guy. Mike Randall. Oh yeah, you betcha. You see our pillow? Isn't this made in Minnesota? Oh yeah, you betcha. I want to kill that guy. I want to take the pillow and put it right over his head. Suffocate. Then he's got all the people that work for him, all the white little slaves. Oh yeah, here we are, made in USA, you betcha. Then he's got, you know, his, then in the next week it's like, oh, this is Mike Randall, now we've got sheets, we've got covers. The latest thing, he's gonna come over and give you a full body massage, anything to help you to sleep. And then, of course, Fauci, he was on every day. And I had dinner with him, actually, at the on Route 1 at the Kowloon. Very indecisive person. Okay, so if the pork strips come out on time, and then if the pork strips are delivered with the lo mein, then I'm not going to break a prediction, but I will say that the check will come after that. I don't eat the sweet sauce because the MSG, but if all of that, and if everybody cooperates at the table, the food will come out on time. Thank you, Mr. Fauci. Jesus. And then, of course, Joe Biden. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. I'm running for president of the Glee Club. I mean, president of the United States. Great to be here in Montana. I don't like pudding, do you? I like Jell-O. Sometimes I'm watching TV and the next thing you know, the fan goes on. I can't hear the TV when the fan goes on. I'm Joe Biden. Look at these teeth, aren't they beautiful? You know, I'm running against Donald Trump, and yes, Donald Trump. It's great to be here in Montana. Oh, Massachusetts. Now, Massachusetts governor was Charlie Parker, great sax player. The governor of, that's what Joe said, by the way, the governor of Massachusetts was Charlie Parker. And so, of course, Maine, great drummer for the Rolling Stones, the governor is Charlie Watts. You go to New York, Charlie Sheen, little drug problem, but he's okay. And of course, Trump, Jesus, I told people, don't vote for Trump. You vote for Trump, it's like voting for me. I make crap up all day, I can't remember what I just said, I deny everything. Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren is a librarian on cocaine. I have a plan. I have a plan. Shh! Quiet, you're in the library. Quiet, you're in the library. Then Bernie Sanders, now when Biden said he was going to have a woman to be his VP, Bernie changed his name to Bernice. This is Bernie Sanders. We have a $16 trillion deficit. Twice for 10 plus 6, that is 16. In my view, that is a fact. I like Hillary Clinton. I respect Hillary Clinton. When Hillary Clinton wears that pantsuit, I get aroused. I get excited. So, I'm gonna go now. I have a dog here. This is my house, by the way. And the dog, let me tell you, let me just give you a hint. Don't ever adopt a dog. People say adopt a dog. You don't know what you're gonna get. I got Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Dogs in the back room. Bow, the hell, wow. Hey, you wanna do a trick? How about a nice pile of crap on this rug? Is that tricky enough for you? So I do want to say that I support this theater. Doesn't that sound great? Newburyport. I wake up every day. The sky is blue, the trees are green, there's some white caps on the shore. Newburyport. Perhaps I'll go for a sail today, or maybe for a ride with my steed. Newburyport. It's a whole different sound than Saugus. I live in Saugus. I got a double-decker. I got Section 8 on the first floor that made the place a complete pigsty. Saugus. Newburyport. You know that in Newburyport, we don't even poop. If we have to go, we drive to Saugus and drop it there. Great to see you. Thank you for supporting this great event. You know, when they told me they were going to do it, it's in the style of Ed Sullivan. Now, I actually remember Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan Show, Topo Show, Stephen E., Still and Merrill, Wayne and Schuster, Barney and Fife, and Andy Mayberry. First time I ever saw a great actor was on Ed Sullivan. And now, here's, ladies and gentlemen, the hit play Camelot, Richard Burton. Do you mean the king that killed the dragon, broke him in two, and fixed his wagon, goes to be wet, in terror, distress? Yes! Yes! There I was in the projects in Charleston. I got the voice, but not the language. Kick him in the gonads, Obi. Kick him, Fitz. Hit him, Fitz. Thank you so much for supporting this great cause.
Over the years, I've had many performances at the Firehouse. from glee camps to theater summer camps, variety shows, and full theatrical productions. The Firehouse Theater made it possible for these programs to happen and give kids the opportunity to perform on stage.
I can't imagine Newburyport without the Firehouse. Literally, I can't.
The Firehouse Theater gave me the feeling of performing on Broadway, yet is small and comfortable. Having the opportunity to perform at the Firehouse has become a great memory for me. Once this pandemic is over, I hope I can continue to perform.
When I moved back from New York, the first thing I ever did was got a job singing in a fundraiser to help build the Firehouse Center of Newburyport. And I saw it built, and I've been privileged to be able to tell stories on that stage for almost 30 years, to have journeyed with audiences to places we never thought we could go for a very affordable price.
I was 11 when I saw my sister do a show at the Firehouse. I was 13 when I got to do my own for the first time. And no matter how many plays I do, no matter how many plays I see, every time I enter that building, I'm 11 again, alive to the magic of theater and the charms of that building.
When you can see how that impacts people, to take them out of themselves, you realize that we have an obligation to play that forward. Someone once said that we are only stewards of our community, and it's our job to leave this place better than we found it. And if we don't leave it with something like the Firehouse Center, then we're not doing our job.
Hello, Fontaine Dallas DeBuse here, talking about the Firehouse. I was on the opening committee with Anna Smolowitz and a bunch of guys. It was years ago. Since then, I've been able to perform with Exit Dance Theater, produce shows for Joppa Dance Company, work with Tito and Mark Clopton, and through the New Works Theater Festival as a choreographer, as a dancer, as an actor, as a writer, as a director, producer. I mean, what could be better than that? And it's right down the street. What's not to love? Love you, Firehouse.
Hi, I'm Kate Anderson Song. I grew up not only attending shows at the Firehouse, but also acting in shows at the Firehouse. Being a kid and getting to work in a professional venue with all of its resources and audiences was just so incredible and such a learning experience. Realizing that theater existed not only in huge cities that you think of, but in my hometown was a huge deal to me growing up, and a huge part of why I loved and love Newburyport.
My wife and I have been supporters and members of the Firehouse for years. As an actor, it's where I first learned the magic of making an audience laugh. It's where once I also forgot my lines and experienced the generosity of being saved by a fellow actor. I've had the chance to work with some brilliant, gifted, and very funny people, and it's been one of the most enriching aspects of my life in Newburyport.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Miller, and I want to thank the Firehouse for being such a rich center of our community. Since 1991, we're almost at the 30-year mark. An amazing, amazing place of inspiration, creativity, arts, performing arts, visual arts, lectures, movies, independent films. Just an amazing generator of energy, creativity, and a sense of community and camaraderie. And we all appreciate you so, so much. And we have hanging in the Firehouse the phoenix right above, the bird that represents rising up out of the flames, flourishing, flying, inspiring. And yes, that is the Firehouse.
Hi, I'm Jack Santos.
And I'm Astrid Lawrenson. Jack, what does the Firehouse mean to you?
To me, the Firehouse is all about community and self-exploration.
Like when you wrote for Random Acts and for New Works, and you even went on stage in New Works.
Yes. But the Firehouse also means history. Like the Firehouse clock. We put that 1896 Firehouse clock works in the lobby, and it's a work of art. Just looking at it reminds me of all the Newburyporters that have gone through those firehouse doors since the 1830s. What about you, Astrid?
Well, I love going to the Christmas pantos with my grandchildren and throwing socks at Teddy. And I get to sing in a musical in Treason, and that was a blast. And third row, middle seats, that's us.
And that's why, together as a community, we are the Firehouse.
Hi, Firehouse. It's Julie McConkey, standing in front of my To Kill a Mockingbird poster, which has to be one of my favorite productions to have been a part of. What a privilege to bring that important work to the stage. So grateful for the Firehouse for the opportunities to be a part of productions, to go through the whole process, really, to audition for the first time and be a part of a new work show, and then random acts and comedy shows, and professionally as the director of Young Audiences of Massachusetts, I can also say thank you for the many artists that you brought to the theater for the school program.
I love the Firehouse because it's always so fun and lively, and I get to meet tons of different friends. And I once saw Billy Elliot at the Firehouse, and it was one of the best plays I've ever seen. My favorite play that I've ever been in is definitely Littlest Angel, and that was really magical. And I got to see my brother perform in many plays there as well, and it feels like a second home to me.
Oh my God, I love the Firehouse Center for the Arts. When we moved to Newburyport 22 years ago, I was able to involve myself as an audience member and a performer, and as a board member. The Firehouse became an opportunity to meet people and make friends and help promote my love of live theater. There's nothing like the reality of seeing people express themselves emotionally in front of you. I will never forget my first time on the Firehouse stage when I was in a play with Sherry Bonder in the New Works Festival. The director, Leslie Pasternak, had me end up as a bull chasing a taunting Sherry around the stage. The audience went crazy. What a joy. Whether short or long, drama, comedy, or musical, the Firehouse has consistently brought live theater to Newburyport. All I can say is, I don't know what we would do without you.
I've been in Firehouse shows since I was 10 years old, and one of my first big roles was Ariel in The Little Mermaid. And not having a lot of theater in my school meant that Firehouse was my biggest outlet to perform, and as a really shy kid, it really helped me to kind of get out of my comfort zone and get out of my shell and get on stage. And now I'm going into my junior year of college at Manhattan School of Music, majoring in musical theater, and it's really been the foundation of my education in musical theater and in theater in general. I've performed in several musicals there, several plays there, and the New Works Festival, and it really was the beginning of me as a performer and an actor.
Hi, my name is Gwyneth Glickman, and I've been performing at the Firehouse since I was 9 years old. For the past 6 years, I've been a part of the Theater in the Open Christmas Panto, and I'm really going to miss it this year, but I'm excited to see what the Firehouse is going to create given the new circumstances.
Hi, I'm Charlie Van Emmen. I have been an artist at the Firehouse, and I also have worked at the Firehouse. We're going into our 9th year of doing the Reader's Theater there. It's a great program. It has served a lot of people in the community, and we have a lot of fun doing it. I directed a play there a while ago called The Other Place. It was a great experience, and we've gone to a lot of theater there, seen a lot of friends, actors, directors, playwrights. It's a wonderful place where the arts live and grow and thrive. Sarah.
When Charlie directed The Other Place, it's a story about a woman struggling with Alzheimer's, and not only did he get the opportunity to work with an amazing cast and to be part of an amazing production, but it was part of his own journey as his mother struggled with Alzheimer's. So how many communities have both amazing productions and a rich, supportive community that helps each of us grow by participating in the ways that we are able to. It's a wonderful place.
Cheers to the Firehouse.
Cheers.
Thank you, Firehouse.
Thank you, Firehouse.
So thank you, Firehouse.
So thank you, Firehouse.
Thank you.
Thank you, Firehouse.
So please add my enormous thank you to the Firehouse.
So thank you, Firehouse.
Thank you, Firehouse, for being.
So thank you so much to the Firehouse.
Thank you so much, Firehouse.
With Folsom Prison Blues, please welcome back Alex Anthony Band.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train on keeps on rolling, on down a sand end. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, but don't you ever play with guns. But I shot him dead in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating, fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking our coffee, smoking baked cigars. But I know I had it coming, I know I could not be free. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. They freed me from this prison, that railroad train was mine. I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Hey, far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I let down show my song, blow my blues away.
Alex Anthony Band, thank you all so much. Thank you, that was great. And I still share that sentiment right now. Alex Anthony Band, my goodness, are they fantastic. As I said earlier, they have a brand new album coming out next month, so please be sure to support them and look them up on their socials at Alex Anthony Band on Facebook and Instagram. This next section of our auction items, we're going to be looking at some of the finer pieces that we have. This first is Creation Story, which is a mixed media painting by the wonderful artist in town, Paula Este. Paula has been a supporter and continues to be one of the most ardent supporters of the Firehouse. Her work is gorgeous, as shown right here. And so we're so grateful to her for all that she does for the community and for the Firehouse. Paula, I know you're watching tonight. Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful piece of artwork, And thank you for supporting the Firehouse, and thank you for joining us tonight. So bid high on this item. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then go visit Paula at her studio. Next up, we have a beautiful 18-inch necklace of fine cultured pearls donated by Newburyport's fine jewelers, M.K. Bonatti. It is an absolutely stunning piece of perfectly matched pearls, great for an anniversary, birthday, or upcoming holiday. The photos cannot even begin to capture the beauty of this item. So see it for yourself by signing up for a viewing on our website, www.firehouse.org, so you can find out when you may be able to go over to the former Paul's Ski Shop over at 107 Bridge Road in Salisbury to see this item as well, on top of many, many others. And then finally, it's commissioned for and donated by David Tibbetts. This original painting by Richard Burke-Jones is stunning. Not only is Richard an amazing city clerk, but he's also an amazing artist. His work is nothing if not breathtaking. This watercolor portrays the Firehouse and Sea Level Oyster Bar, the restaurant right downstairs from us, and the kiosk that used to stand out front of the Firehouse. This is a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork. It is absolutely beautiful. And we are thankful both to Richard Burke-Jones for painting such a stunning photo, but also to David Tibbetts for his support and donating that back to the Firehouse and donating it back to the community. And with that, let's get right on back to the show. Next up, we have Grace Graham. Now, Grace, you were not only in our musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, but you also were part of our New Works Festival a couple of years back. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so I had the pleasure of working on a new play called One Breath, and it was actually directed by Kathleen Doyle, who was going to be directing Firehouse, before.
Yeah, she was direct Kiss Me Kate.
Yes, she was. And it was just a really wonderful experience, especially I was a junior at the time in college, so getting to work on new work and meeting a new director in a new space. So it was a great opportunity, and I love that you guys do that program.
Yeah, New Works has been around for quite a while. It's coming up again in January of 2021, so please stay tuned for that. And tonight, Grace will be singing Mama Who Bore Me from Spring Awakening. Take it away, Grace.
Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so sad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven or Bethlehem. So pray that one day Christ will come a-calling. Candle and hope that it blows, and some just lie there crying for him to come and find them. And when he comes, they don't know how to go. Mama who bore me, Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so bad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven or Bethlehem.
Thank you so much, Grace. That was great. Next up, we have Mia Goodman. Now, Mia, what impact have the arts had on your life?
I think the arts have taught me to lead with empathy, and that every person is kind of like the main character in their story. And as actors, we're storytellers. So I don't know, I think it's taught me a lot about like respecting other people, and you never know what anyone's been through.
Absolutely, absolutely. And tonight, Mia will be singing Requiem from Dear Evan Hansen. Take it away, Mia.
play this game of pretend, remembering through a secondhand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't the tears just pour? I could curl up and hide in my room, there in my bed still sobbing tomorrow. I could give in to all of the gloom, but tell me what for? Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I start to break in pieces? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight. Flood that swallowed us whole, refusing a love we endlessly gave you. You were fire out of control, the blaze that couldn't be tamed. Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I say I'll keep you with me? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight, 'cause when the villains fall, the kingdoms never weep. No one lights a candle to remember. No one mourns at all when they lay them down to sleep. So don't tell me that I didn't have it right. Don't tell me that it wasn't black and white. After all you put me through, don't say it wasn't true, that you are not the monster that I knew. But I cannot play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark. I will sing no requiem. I will sing no requiem tonight.
Thank you so much, Mia. That was wonderful. Next up is Massima Yakabuchi. Now, Massima, what have you been up to since the last time you were on the Firehouse stage?
I was in 8th grade, so
Okay.
I just finished that at the beginning of the summer, and I did another show, and then I stayed in my house for 6 months.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, right?
Yeah.
Tonight, Massima is gonna be singing Alyssa Green from The Prom. Take it away, Massima.
The hair has to be perfect, the A's have to be straight. You have to join the debate club, on that there's no debate. You'll have Bible camp each summer to keep you pure and clean. Endless rules apply when you're Alyssa Green. Trophies have to be first place, ribbons have to be blue. There's always some competition or hoops for jumping through. Your mom's made sacrifices, so win homecoming queen, 'cause it's do or die when you're Alyssa realized you had no more shits to give. And in this other lifetime, when you tell yourself be brave, you won't cave. That's the one thing I truly crave. But your feelings have to be phony, your weight has to be tracked. If you don't like shaking pom-poms, you'd better learn to act. Just have everything perfected by the time you reach 18. Don't ask how or why when you're Alyssa Green. Improve all of your strong points and hide the things that you lack. 'Cause mom's convinced if you're perfect, your father might come back. You're not yourself, you're not who she wants, you're someone in between. Your whole life's a lie when you're Alyssa Green. You're not yourself, you're not who she wants, you're someone in between.
Thank you so much, Massimo. That sounded wonderful.
Thank you.
Please welcome back Shay O'Keefe, Ciara Carrillo-Tracy, and Grace Graham with I Know It's Today from Shrek the Musical. Take it away, ladies.
There's a princess in a tower. Oh my gosh, that's just like me. Poor Rapunzel needs a haircut, but the witch won't set her free. She passes time by singing like someone else I know. As years go by, she sits and waits. As years go by, uh-oh. A torturous existence. I don't remember this part. She wishes she were dead. Skip ahead, skip ahead. But in the end, Rapunzel finds a millionaire. The prince is good at climbing and braiding golden hair. So I know he'll appear, 'cause there are rules and there are strictures. I believe the storybooks I read by candlelight. My white knight and his steed will look just like these pictures. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number 23. I know it's today. I know it's today. There's a princess in a coma. Glad it's her instead of me. Pretty maiden in a glass box. How I wonder, does she pee? Blah, 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 poison apple. Boring, boring, evil queen. Filler, filler, bend their red back. 7 shorties on the scene. Skip ahead, skip ahead! But in the end, the princess wakes up with a start. The prince is good at kissing and melting Snow White's heart. So I know he'll appear, and his armor will be blinding, as shining as his perfect teeth and manly hose. He'll propose on one knee, and our prenup will be binding. About time we set the wedding date. Day number 958. I know it's today. He'll show up today.
There's a princess, any princess. Take your pick, they're all like me. Not exactly, I'm still waiting. They're out living happily. Ever after, better get here. I want love in seconds flat. No one needs these middle bits. Oops, Did I do that? Cut the villains, cut the vamping, cut this fairy tale, cut the peril and the pitfalls, cut the puppet and the whale, cut the monsters, cut the curses, keep the intro, cut the verses, and the waiting, the waiting, the waiting, the waiting, the waiting. But I know he'll appear, though I seem a bit bipolar, and I'm a vandal now as well. Hope he won't mind. I'm a find, I'm a catch, and a very gifted bowler. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number, are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. It's me, Fiona. Now I know he'll appear, 'cause there are rules and there are strictures. I believe the storybooks I read by candlelight. My white knight, my knight at his feet will look just like these pictures. It won't be long now, I guarantee.
Day number 23.
Day number 8,423.
I know it's today. I know it's today. I know it's today. I know it's today. I know it's today.
Thank you so much, ladies. That sounded great. You're fine.
Okay.
One person that I have not said thank you to yet tonight is the man you've been hearing on the piano throughout this entire event, and that's Justin Knowlton. Justin has become an absolute creative partner throughout the past few years, and especially throughout this process of dealing with COVID-19 and what we were going to be doing to get through it in terms of theatrical offerings. Justin has worked with me to create, now we're going into 4 shows that we'll do over an 8-week period, 2 weeks of rehearsals before putting a show up. There's no one that I could think about working with better. So thank you, Justin, for all that you do to make the Firehouse performances a success and everything that we've been doing over at Spencer Pierce Little Farm. Now, thank you again for all of you, for all that you have done by being here tonight and by supporting the Firehouse. You've already given so much, but I'm going to ask you one more time. Our goal for this evening was to raise $10,000 on the big show event itself. Right now, we are just below $7,000. The funds from this event will go towards supporting the Firehouse as we work through what comes next and evolve into our next chapter. If everyone attending tonight would donate an additional $50, we would make that goal and we would be set up for a great success moving forward. Thank you for considering. Back to the show. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of this night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly and truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of man. A city of man. Next up, we have Carly Hamilton. Now, Carly, you were just in our first ever drive-in live musical theater experience with Godspell.
Yes, I was.
Yes, you were. Tell us about that experience.
It was easily one of the most terrifying and incredible things that I've ever done. When you reached out, the idea was we would have 2 weeks to put together a show, run the production drive-in style, which before the pandemic was something that I never thought was possible. And I'll never forget the very first day of rehearsal, you had us all come in and you handed us each like a color-coded marker. And you would put up these posters all over the room asking us different questions about what it meant, what community meant, and how do we rebuild, and how do we form better bonds as a community, as a group. And I came into the show not knowing really anything about Godspell. And that was just an incredible and formative experience for me, being able to share with people who I had worked with or had known but never worked with or had never met before, and how all of us had these different and yet resonant experiences and thoughts about what community means, and being able to share with one another and be so open and upfront really opened the doors to us being able to be like, all right, so we're gonna do this in 2 weeks. we're gonna have to have each other's backs. Yeah. And had we not had you, had we not had Justin, and had we not had the group of people that we had, I don't know that I would have been able to get over my own insecurities about doing the production. But it is, without a doubt, one of the most incredible things I've ever been able to be a part of.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it was an interesting process, but we got it done.
Yes.
We got it done. And tonight, Carly will be singing the last show she did at the Firehouse before Godspell, A Way Back to Then, from title of show. Take it away, Carly.
Thank you, John. Dancing in the backyard, Kool-Aid mustache and butterfly wings, hearing Andrea McCardle sing from the hi-fi in the den. I've been waiting my whole life
to find a way back to then. I aimed for the sky, a 9-year-old can see so far. I'll conquer the world and be a star. I'll do it all by the time I'm 10. I would know that confidence if I knew a way back to then. So I bailed on my hometown and became a college theater dork. I was eastbound and down, moving to New York. So I crammed my life in a U-Haul to find my part of it all. But the mundane sets in. We play by the rules and plow through the days. The years take us miles away from the time we wondered when we'd find a way back to then. And when you least expect, opportunity walks through the door. You suddenly connect with the things that you forgot, that you've been looking for. And there you are, right in the middle of what you love, with the craziest of company. You're having a kick-ass time and being who you wanted to be in this world. You're that little girl with her wings unfurled, flying again. Back in the backyard dancing, I found a way back to then.
That one always gets me. Thank you so much, Carly.
Thank you, John.
Next up, we have Grace Graham and Carly Hamilton with secondary characters from Title of Show. All right, Grace, take it away.
Now it's only me and you, all alone for the first time. Isn't it sublime? With no one telling us what to do. What do we do? We don't have much time to dance in the spotlight, so I'm gonna treasure this Hattie and Susan duet. And now may be the only chance I get tonight to enjoy the pleasure of this invisible cigarette. Ow, ow. The secondary characters are singing a song while the stars are snacking off stage. It was their idea to bring us along, and now we're hijacking this page of the script. We're equipped to steer the ship till this trippy skit ends, and by the end of the song, we'll be best friends. I want to apologize for any weirdness. Me too, it can be really scary being the new kid. I bet. I'll bet you bet. I do, I bet. And I also want to say that after all we've been through, I'm so glad we met. I feel the same way. Baby, the secondary characters are calling the shots while the guys are being story in ways. We've been left in charge of it all while the plot's unfolding like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You and me till the very end. And like Frodo and Samwise, you'll be my best friend. My best friend. Sing! Oh, okay. My best friend. Susan and Annie. Susan and Annie. Susan. Dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Sing, Susan. Sing for the kids. Sing.
That was great, Carly. Charlie. Grace, that was great. Thank you all so much. Please welcome back Mia Goodman with Little Miss Perfect from Tapes, a song cycle. Take it away again, Mia.
Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight path. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council, I don't black out at parties. I jam to Paul McCartney. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, well, I was adopted when I was 2. My parents spoiled me rotten. Often I ask myself, what did I do to get as far as I've gotten? Pretty girl walks by my locker. My heart starts to flutter, but I don't dare utter a word, 'cause that would be absurd behavior for Little Miss Perfect. Na 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 na. No, you can't risk falling off your throne. La 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 la. Love is something I don't even know. Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight girl, Little Miss Perfect. That's me. One night, my friend stayed over. We laughed and drank and ordered something about her drew me in. What? It's totally platonic. That night was so exciting. Her smirks were so enticing. Hours speed by like seconds. Then what happens is iconic. She takes a sip. I bite my lip. She tells a joke. I nearly choke. She braids my hair. I sit there blacking out for the first time. Next thing I know, I lose control. I finally kiss her, but oh no, I see a face in my window. Then my brain starts to go, nah, 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 no. You can't risk falling off your throne. La, 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 love is something I don't even know. Nah, 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 nah. You can't risk falling off your throne. La, 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 love. You don't even know. Rewind, induce amnesia. Deny the truth, that's easier. You're just confused, believe her when she says there's nothing there. It's never worth it when you're Little Miss Perfect.
Once again, fantastic, Mia. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please welcome back Carly Hamilton and James Duryea-White with Suddenly Seymour from the Little Shop of Horrors. Take it away, James.
Lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, clean as the morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. You don't need no makeup, don't have to pretend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide you with sweet understanding. Seymour's your friend.
Treated me kindly. Daddy left her
forever. Tell me the bad times are clean washed away.
Please understand, this is still new and frightening. For losers like I've been, it's so hard to say. Suddenly see more.
Suddenly see more.
He purified me.
He purified you.
Suddenly see more.
Suddenly see more.
He's my friend.
Yes, he can.
Suddenly see more.
The
He's here
girl
to
that's inside
provide me.
with sweet understanding.
Sweet understanding.
With sweet understanding.
With sweet understanding.
With
Sweet understanding. Seymour's my
Wow. Just wow. Thank you both so much for that wonderful performance. We're getting near the end of tonight's show, but we have a few more auction items before the last little bit. First up is the 6 private fitness training sessions with Eunice James. Eunice D. James is an award-winning ironwork and bodybuilding expert. She's been training clients in Newburyport since 1992. Bid on one of these packages, and get into shape before winter body takes over, which is bound to happen for all of us. Next up is Soul to Soul Foot Spa. This gift, valued at $70, this gift card will provide much more than that in value. Take the time to relax and revitalize, restore and repair. Located on High Street in Newburyport, it couldn't be more convenient, and it couldn't be something that we all deserve at this point. And finally, a signed baseball by Luis Tiant. Luis Tiant was a Red Sox Hall of Famer, and he was an absolute legend here in Boston. And besides this wonderful ball that we have from him, we also have some other signed memorabilia from Red Sox players, both former and current, including Oil Cam Boyd, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Xander Bogaerts. Now, the only way to do this is to sign up online by going to www.firehouse.org and clicking on the vintage auction. Firehouse Ignites a vintage auction in the events tab. The auction opened today at noon. It'll be running until next Monday, October 12th. You still have some opportunities to go see the items before you bid on them, and you can do that again by visiting our website and signing up for a time. And the items are being stored and shown right now at the former Paul's Ski Shop over at 107 Bridge Road in Salisbury, Massachusetts. So again, visit our website, www.firehouse.org, to find out how to sign up for the auction, and then also to begin your bidding, and also sign up for a time to go view some of these wonderful items. Let's get back to it. I have often walked down that street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in this part of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, that towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. feeling that any second you could suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I don't care if I can be here on the street where you live. That's one of my favorites from My Fair Lady. I figured we did a lot of contemporary songs tonight, so why not end it with something from the golden age of Broadway. And that's it, folks. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight for the big show. This was not exactly how we had planned it, but you know what? I think all in all, we had a good time. Ronna Karras did end up winning the auction. She very kindly told me I did not have to do Debbie Boone or Aretha Franklin. She let me choose what song that we would leave with. The next two songs are going to be some sing-along songs. This weekend and next weekend, we are producing Green Day's American Idiot live at Spencer Pierce Little Farm in Newberry. So for you live right now, I'm going to perform Good Riddance, the final song in that. And then we're going to leave you with I Can't Help Falling in Love with You from All Shook Up, which is what we were supposed to be performing this June. So again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And as the song says, I hope you had the time of your life. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind and hang them on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Thank you all so much.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Shall I stay?